I'm here with graduate of Pepperell High School and Jacksonville State University, Coach Ron Roach, who taught grades kindergarten through 12th and coached for over 40 years. And now he's decided to run for the Rome City Board of Education. Thanks, Coach, for joining us.
Thank you very much, Tony.
So I'll start off first. Why did you guys decide to teach? What led you into education?
Well, first off, in 11th grade at Pepperell High School, I was bullied because I was a pretty good sized guy, and it made the kids kind of bullied. I was bullied, and then in PE I was chosen last, and I just got in my mind I wanted to do something where I could make a difference.
So that led you into coaching. Tell me a little about that path.
Well, the coaching actually came in college. I just wanted to be a teacher so that I could have a class that kids wouldn't be bullied or chosen last. In college, I was fortunate to be in a lot of intramural programs, and by my senior year, I decided to play football and tennis on the collegiate level. This gave me, I guess, confidence and interest in also being a coach.
So why now Rome City Board of Education?
The same reason I decided to teach and coach and everything. I want to continue making a difference as an educator. I have a similar background to our new superintendent. We both taught and coached, and he was an administrator, but I had some leadership opportunities that helped me along the way as well. Bottom line is we need an educator on the Board of Education.
What makes you most qualified?
Most qualified is the fact that I have twice the number of years of full-time teaching experience as anyone that's on the ballot. I also have qualifications and background in the juvenile, after-school juvenile court program that I worked at.
One of the things that you guys, when you run for office is meet and greets. Have you held any of those, or are you going to hold any more?
Tony, I have a meet and greet every day on a daily basis, and everyone's invited. People will see me where they see me out now. They'll see me, if elected, out in the community. Ball games, athletic events, anything that a student from Rome High is involved in, or parents, I'll most likely be there.
You're running against an incumbent. You're a challenger. Are there any other disadvantages you may have?
Well, I don't consider myself running against an incumbent because she was appointed and she has not been elected. Therefore, as long as we are chosen with our qualifications, I don't think that'll be a disadvantage. The biggest disadvantage is I'm not a student, or none of my family were students of Rome City Schools. But I have 5 different school systems I've taught in, public and city.
So what about Rome City Schools makes you think that this is the system that you want to give back to?
Well, for the last 14 years, I've lived in the city, the county over 50 years. It's an opportunity to hopefully help and give some guidance from an educator's aspect to potentially, I think, help the teachers as well as students and all the support personnel as well.
You talked about the disadvantages. What about the advantage? What do you have that the other candidates may not?
I've got the most diverse background in education. I have a lot of leadership experience, and one of the big things is all of the work I've done after school hours with the young people.
So that's some of your strengths. What's some other your strengths that you may have?
Well, my strength and my weakness is really the same thing in a sense, because my strength is I'm an army of one. I do all the work myself, put all the signs up, try to do all the meeting personally, but that's a weakness compared to the other 3. They use the technology to their advantage, and this is one of the things I want to ask all the people that view this video, if they will share my background, my qualifications, and the information with as many people as possible that vote in the city of Rome. I think that'll make my weakness into a strength. I just ask them to share this information.
So what are some of your accomplishments? What do you bring? What can you do? Who is Coach Ron Roach?
In addition to all of my years of education in teaching and coaching, I've done a lot of outside the school that can actually included students. I've been the director of the #1 basketball camp for 44 years before the pandemic, and that's the largest girls basketball camp in the state of Georgia. It was at the time we were running it. The 36 years I've been president of Northwest Georgia Tip-Off Club. We've given awards to hundreds of students.
All right, real quickly, show me some of your awards that you have.
Well, in front of me on the desk, the only one that is really my own personal award. I have tons of those in my basement. You see the weightlifting trophy. I've been an active weightlifter my entire life and will be as long as I can. The one next to it here, the young man, Lennon Smith, was one of my volunteer programs, Lift Up Your Health Club, where we stressed you never fail until you stop trying. This young man had cerebral palsy as a elementary school student, and at senior in high school, I've been in my program 5 years. He and a number of other youths, he bench pressed 285 pounds at 116 pounds.
Wow.
28 plus years refereeing the Northwest Georgia Officials Association in basketball. And over here I have a couple of awards that was sent to me by Tony Engel, who's now deceased. Tony and my friend Earl Tillman were speakers, the only speakers that spoke more than one time in a banquet. They both were 2 or more.
All right. Finally, how can people get in touch with you if they want to talk to you, ask you questions?
They're welcome to call me at my number is 706-235-4829. That's 762-235-4829.